I'm not letting this go, not putting this down, not living a life without it. Not letting it go, not putting it down, not living a life without it. Not putting this down, not living a life without it. Not letting it go, not putting it down, not living a life without it.
I'm thinking of like instead of starting the song on the root chord, which is D, so it's in the key of D. If we started on the 5 chord, which is A, it just kind of sounds like it's bringing it in. Mm-hmm. So I was just fiddling around with it before, and maybe just like.
I'm not putting it down, not letting it go, not living a life without it. Not letting it go, not putting it down, not living my life without it. 'Cause you got our lives in your hands now. Whoa, whoa, you know it.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Murray's Music Mates.
Hey!
Hang on, what happened to episode 3?
All right, yeah, what happened to half the year, actually? Episode 3. What was the name of that song the kids were writing again, Murray?
Was it Just a Dream?
It was. It for sure feels like Just a Dream. And even looking back at this footage, it feels like a strange dream as well. But it was a dream that got us through nearly 3 months of lockdown. So we're sorry it's a bit late, but time got pretty elastic there for a while. Since then, the track has obviously come out, and thanks so much for the lovely feedback. Everyone on YouTube, we've loved hearing which mix you thought was better.
Really, what we aim to do is get the song out there and play live. That's what we love doing, and we haven't been able to do it for most of the year, but we're back.
We're back, baby. And so let's show you some insights into the songwriting process. And, you know, there's no rules about it. You know, we get together and we share ideas. Basically, it's like brainstorming with instruments in a way, isn't it? And bits of paper and iPhones and whatever it takes to flesh it out and sculpt it so that it can be delivered in a sonic form. So we'll show you how we did this one. Okay, let's go. I hope you really understand now. Whoa, whoa.
Maybe like a...
Not putting it down.
Yeah, it sounds like there should be a bridge.
A time will come again.
Oh, that's right, we've already done that, haven't we?
Dancing once again in the sun, in the sun, in the sun. No one done. Bam.
So it's not like that?
Yeah. So you can see that we're sort of working together here in a sort of a musical flow state. We're sort of firing ideas at each other. There's no right or wrong answers. It's just like a creative, active space where ideas are forming and we're just collaborating. And we go, in the sun, in the sun, in the sun.
The song creates this kind of force field around it, and we start to act as the magnetic filings, giving it little elements that it needs. So we're just feeding it really, and lots of different ideas.
Yeah, sculpting it and bringing it into a sonic form. I really like the sound of the harmony that held nice harmony, bit Beach Boysy.
Yeah.
With the down ba da bum ba down 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 boom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's kind of like singing the two parts together.
It is singing two parts, and even if the bass, I noticed something about it. There was something about an Ibis song the other day that people didn't realise that the bass was playing the melody, and it gave the feeling of closure because you could hear the melody come back in, you could hear the chorus come back in,
Okay.
but it didn't stop the song from, you know, resolving itself as a rant outro. And I thought that's really smart because it's psychologically you're getting that idea of being satisfied, but you're not having to change the structure of your song, so you can still either do a fade out or a play out. Because I think it's just more exciting leaving the song with the idea that we'll be back, we'll be dancing once again in the sun, in the sun, in the sun. And just make it glorious and big and never ending. So it turns into a big music festival at the outro.
Yeah.
So it's that concept, isn't it? That combination of lyrics and melody. And, you know, my sort of area is more the lyrics, and that I'm choosing words that create imagery, or I'm choosing words that have a certain emotional tone to them, and you're matching them in a way, aren't you, with a melody?
Yeah, you have to find the melody and the sort of instrumentation that goes with that, and hopefully they complement each other really well.
Yeah, and end up working, sort of dovetailing together to communicate the same message.
That's right, you're getting the message emotionally and intellectually.
Bright, full space and energy. And the feeling of being in sound, you know, in a festival is the same. Like I'm actually making that comparison between this, you know, beautiful feeling of life-giving sun and the same with music.
Yeah. It kind of needs a little intro. And I was kind of thinking maybe just that. It's kind of a bit boring if it just comes in on the D then, because that's the same chord.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe if we go, that's the one chord.
Okay.
Maybe if we go to that, like do it over A. So hang on, I'll just put that in so what I think of it. It's like an A. I think so, 4 bars of A with a little suspended thing happening. I won't write that in. I'll remember that.
Okay.
And so it'd be just like. It's like preempting it almost. It's like it's not the key that the song's in, but it works really well.
I think the other thing is too, it works with our theme, because to me that's like little sunlight sparkling.
Yeah,
you know?
it's that kind of summery sounding sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
We're working on how fast it needs to be and how fast and slow it needs to be, perhaps in different sections even of the song. You get to vote now. We've tried it 5 different ways.
We've tried it, I think,
and then we introduced our secret agent, Luke. Aha! Lukey had something to say about it.
And then we listened to the version that we did a while back, which was 120.
Yep.
And then Luke said, even faster.
What? Luke said, faster, faster!
I mean, I usually like slower. No.
That's, you were saying, because of the nature of the song.
Yeah,
it's thematic, but also I think what you said is that it swings along.
It swings along. It's got a kind of major, happy, kind of bright, optimistic sound, and the tempo, the melody kind of works at that tempo. I think.
Do you think, like, because that's kind of like if you're walking down the street and you're walking into a bright, happy, sunshiny day, you're going, I'm dancing once again in the sun, in
And the phrasing on the melody too.
I'm
It's
not
got this kind of
putting
nice
it
phrasing.
down, not letting it go.
It's kind of long phrasing, so it works
Yeah.
a little bit faster.
Yep. That gets my vote. I wonder what that tempo was.
Only one way to find out. Play back with a clicker. The words are saying things like, I'm not letting this go, I'm not putting it down. They're quite determined, you know, they're sort of bolstering the confidence of the person singing them or thinking them. And so they need chords and notes that are positive and energized and committed as well.
Yeah, and that's generally like major chords, major keys, and this is in a major key, the key of D. There's only one minor chord in there, just for a bit of colour.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's D, G, and A are most of the chords in it, and they help get that across.
Yeah, and then we hit the bridge, and there's a bit of a glow, and it's shiny and interesting, and we can dance around. So they really do work. They stick together very strongly, don't they?
Yeah,
The idea of the lyrics and the melody. So we started working on a new song on Friday, and Murray's got a little home studio kit that he's been working on over the weekend, getting set up, learning all the buttons, and he's put down 12-string guitars and all sorts of cool stuff on the track, and it's really lifted our spirits. And so we thought we'd play you a little bit, and so you could groove along with us. I got to say, one of the good things that came out of lockdown was getting this great home studio together, Murray.
Yeah, well, I've been talking about it for a while, but it was really finding the space, and so I turned a room of my house into the studio. It's somewhere for me to store the guitars, but most importantly, I got hold of some recording equipment and learned how to use it, and it was just a really great way to take the song to the next level instead of going to a professional studio and just recording there. We still did that, but we had this step in between, which can be really useful because you work out exactly how you want the song to sound and how you put it all together, and you can hear what it's kind of sounds like, and then you go to a professional studio and just get it tweaked up a bit.
And I've got to say, Murray, it really blew me away when you played me that demo. I just couldn't believe that you put it together yourself. So, you know, you can teach old hound dog new tricks. By this, I was very impressed.
Yeah, well, I was pretty pleased too, and you know, it was a great experience. I loved doing it, and I'm looking forward to doing it in the future.
Yes. The one thing is that the process can often change the lyrics, and you're not quite sure if it was a decision you made or it's a reaction, because when you come to do a demo, which we obviously did here in Murray's guitar cupboard, as I'm calling it, which was the home studio that we built during lockdown, sometimes I'm singing the lyrics and they just don't feel right anymore, and then a lyric will fly out that feels right, and so we roll with that. Here's a set of lyrics you won't hear again. These are some of the ones we dumped in the process. Time will come again, music and the sound of our hearts will beat again. You know it's true.
So Luke recorded some drums at home and sent them to us on a file, and we put them on the trusty Zoom 24.
Yeah.
And, it took us a little while to get going because I'm still learning. But then I put some acoustic guitars, some 12-string guitars, some bass, and Lizzie did a vocal.
Yeah, so that's the acoustic. And there's the 12 string up the end of the line.
Here. The bass is just there.
There's the old bass.
So it's really good because it's a good way to see if the song sits right or if it needs to be a bit faster, which we think it does.
And why did we decide it needs to be a little bit faster? It's just not rocking, is it?
Yeah, it just feels like it's nice.
Dragging
but it sort of
a
drags a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a difficult way of doing it when you're not together. But Luke did a great drum track. And we really love what he played. So we'll hopefully get together with him
And to a certain extent, sometimes it's better to know it's too fast, too slow than too fast.
Yeah.
Because you know you're just pushing it up probably about 2 beats per minute, 2 or 3. Yeah.
I think 120, which is what we started at.
It's
The
probably
first time we demoed it, it's probably that right. Actually.
Yeah, we got lucky the first time.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's good. It's fun to do anyway.
3, 4.
Why do you think the drums are so important, Mars, in the process of writing the song, but then in the outcome too?
Yeah, well, particularly in the recording, but in this case, the drums really helped with the writing as well. Drums lift the song up. They can lift it. They are the foundation of the song. They give it so much a part of the vibe, and that's really important. But in this case, the tempo was a real issue that we wanted to really pin down. And I think the demo I did was about 120 beats per minute. And then we thought, that might be a bit too fast, so we tried it at 180 and 118, not 180. And then we got Luke. We got together with Luke.
Yeah, Luke came over for lunch and we asked him to have a listen to the demo.
And just playing along with it, we decided that 120 we were right in the first place.
Yeah, sometimes you get it right straight out of the gates. But I think also it lifted up the whole flavour of the song and it gave it a really funky foot, because it was kind of feeling a bit dirgy there for a second. But the minute that Luke came over and put a hop in the skip and the jump, it really did sort of recognise the personality of the song.
Yeah, and that's kind of the danger of a kind of slightly slower song, is that it can be too slow. So yeah, it's really important to get it right. All right, hopefully that's it.
So here we have Jeremy Oxley, one of the absolute legendary Australian guitarists and totally associated with the Sunnyboys, Murray.
Yeah, well, I knew Jeremy a little bit, and we thought it'd be great to have him play on our record if he had the time and was interested. So we approached him, and he loved the song, and he was very keen to do it, which was a thrill for us because we're fans, and people of our age know that the Sunnyboys were a huge band and fantastic band, like harking back to the sort of 60s music that I love as well. And I've always loved Jeremy's guitar playing and his songwriting, and so to have him play on it was a real thrill. Yeah,
it really lifted our spirits in lockdown too, because I think musicians were all feeling a bit sorry and sensitive for themselves, so it kind of gave us that feeling of, this is real, this is going to happen, and we can make it extra special. So
yes,
thank you again, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Mars, when did we start working on this song?
Well, it's Monday today. We started it on Friday.
I think I wrote some of it on Thursday night.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
So it's a pretty fast turnaround, wasn't it?
So
it's already sounding really good.
So I did a whole bunch of guitars yesterday.
How's that 12 string? Sounds amazing. Wow. We're not putting it down. No way. Oh, that's beautiful, Murray. It's got a real sing-along feel to it, hasn't it? Makes me want to do... I'm not putting this down, not letting it go, not living my life without it, not putting it down. Well, there you go, guys. That's our process, really, from go to woe. Obviously, you know, it's a combination of bits of technology from the iPhone I first sung the words into, to, you know, then the home demo, you know, but there was paper and there was strings and there was acoustic guitars and 12-string guitars, and as it all sort of came together, so did the song. So just looking at what was the star of the show in this track and in this process, it's definitely that 12-string guitar, Murray.
The Rickenbacker?
Yeah, the Rickenbacker just captured the sound of the 60s.
Well, I thought the star of the show was my lockdown hair.
Oh, God, let's not get into the subject of hair. People get way too stirred up.
Yeah, at this point we realised that we were going to make it through lockdown. Our Byron show came up, and then we've been doing some more shows, and the song had kind of served its purpose. We got through the lockdown with it, and felt good.
Yeah, we got a new song to sing on our set list, and now we're out on the road again, buzzing around doing live shows. We're getting to the really fun part, which is sharing, you know, a new song with folks and sort of using it as a chance to find out how they survived lockdown, sort of a bit of show and tell.
And of course the song is out now, and there's 3 different mixes.
Yeah, we've got the Hot Potatoes mix. Sundowns WA is the studios where the vocals got recorded. Recordworks is in Queensland. That's where Jeremy put his guitar down. You guys know where Hot Potatoes Studios. It's in our home state here of New South Wales. So yeah, we'd love to hear which one you like the best. And we'd love to see you at one of the live shows, because next year's looking good, isn't it?
It really is. We've got lots of stuff coming up. We're excited about it, and
Don't say the L word.
No, we won't say the L word.
But you guys know where we're going to be. Any which way, we're either going to be on a stage or back here in Murray's guitar cupboard working on new songs. That's what we do.
That's right.
Yep. See you next episode.